So, my dear children, very happy to one and of all. Okay, good morning to one and of all. So, you are all warmly welcome to Avada Studio. So, today we are going to learn very interesting topic. I think you are seeing the background. So, what is in our background? That is your flowers. Okay, so today we are going to see the inflorescence. Today we are going to learn the topic inflorescence. Okay, so what is the inflorescence? A bunch of flowers arranged on the main axis is known as a inflorescence. Okay. So, today we are going to see what is inflorescence, what are the types, okay, how it is arranged, everything we are going to see today. So, we will go to enter the class. So, unit 4, there is a reproductive morphology we are going to see. So, in the reproductive morphology, the first subtopic is a inflorescence. Okay. So, what is inflorescence? Just we have to give the bouquet to others when we have a very good occasions, isn't it? So, what is the bouquet? It consists of a bunch of flowers. Okay. A flowers are arranged on the main axis is known as that is a inflorescence. Okay. So, we will see the inflorescence. Okay. So, in the different types of inflorescence we are going to see. Okay. It has so many types, how the flowers are arranged. Okay. So, inflorescence, have you seen a bucket being used during the functions? So, group of flowers arranged together on the main axis, okay, that is a main axis are called rachis, okay, here that is arranged in a main axis, the main axis are called, so that is a rachis, okay, or peduncle, okay. So, this is the inflorescence. So, group of flowers arranged together in our preference in the bucket. But the inflorescence is a group of flowers that is arising from a branched or unbranched axis. Axis is a main one, main things on the axis, main branch is a axis. So, from the main axis we can see the lot of branches. Okay, sometimes we cannot see the branches, that is a unbranched structures. Okay, so that is a inflorescence, a group of flowers arising from a main axis. It may be a branched or unbranched, that is called a inflorescence. So, the functions of inflorescence, what is the main functions actually? So, why the flowers are arranged like that? So, because they need, okay, so because of the need they have to arrange. So, all the flowers are involved in the pollinations. If the flowers are arranged in the proper way, so the pollinations will easily take place in the flowers. That is the purpose that is arranged like that. Okay. So, the functions of the flowers is to display the flowers of the effective pollinations. Okay. That is a facilitate seed dispersal. Okay. If it is arranged like that, so after the pollinations what will happen? There is a fertilization will be over, then the flowers, even the part of the flowers, that is your ovary is changed into fruit and ovules are changed into seed. Okay. So, by this way the seeds are dispersing very easily. Okay. So, the grouping of the flowers from one place gives a better attraction to the visiting pollinators. Okay. If it has a single flower, just that is attract, but a group of flowers are attracting each and every one. Okay. So, that is a main thing which is attracting the insects for the pollinations, that is a cross pollinations. Okay. So, the functions of the inflorescence, the first one that is effective for pollinations and another one which is used to disperse the seeds. So, types of inflorescence. So, based on the position that is classified into 3. So, one is the terminal inflorescence, another one is a axillary inflorescence and next one is a cauliflorous inflorescence. So, what is the terminal inflorescence? If the flower is present in the apex region, the apical region, that is a terminal inflorescence. If it is present in the axial regions, so again I will say where is the axial region. So, this is your leaf, okay, where the leaf is arised. So, that region is called, that is your ax, this is your node, okay, and we can see the one more node here. So, this region is a node, this is another region, between the node that is called a internode, that is internode, okay. So, where is the axial? The axial is present. So, this between the node and the internode. So, up to this is a node and this is your internode. So, between the node and internode, that region is called, this is your axillary region. Note down. So, axial where which is present, that is between the node and internode, okay, which is present between node and internode. Okay. So, this region is called axillary region. If a flower is arranged on this region, this is a axillary flower. Okay. Where is the axillary region? Between the node and internode. Okay. So, that is the axillary region. If the flower is arranged on that region, that is a axillary flower. The example for the flower is present in the tip of the plant. Okay. The axil of the plant, that is called a terminal flowers, that is a apical flower. Okay. So, what is the cauliflorous? So, cauliflorous means a flowers are directly arranged on the, so that is a stem. Okay. That is a cauliflorous. They directly arranged on the stem. They cannot arrange on the, they will not arrange on the branches. Okay. So, that is a cauliflorous. So, terminal flowers. The inflorescence grows as a part of the terminal shoot. Okay, shoot system branches tip la irukku. Okay. Example, raceme of nerium and oleander. Okay. So, raceme means that is a type of inflorescence, that is a nerium, and oleander is example for that. So, here the flowers are arranged on the terminal regions. Okay. Flowers are arranged on terminal region. Next, axillary, I said, where is the axillary region? That is here present between the node and internode. Okay, you can see. So, here that hibiscus rosa sinensis, okay, which is arranged on the axillary region. Okay, that is a axillary flower. A flower is arranged on the axillary region, that is a axillary flower. What about the inflorescence? Here a bunch of flowers are arranged, but this is a solitary axillary example. This is not example for the inflorescence. This is a solitary axillary flower. Okay. So, example for that, that is a hibiscus rosa sinensis. Okay. So, another one is a cauliflorous flowers. Okay. So, cauliflorous means the directly developed, inflorescence developed directly from the a woody trunk is called a cauliflorous flowers. That is example, so Theobroma and Coca. Okay. Another one is a Coropita and Guinensis. Okay. Theobroma coca, next Coropita and Guinensis. Okay. Coropita guinensis. That is the example for cauliflorous flowers. We studied the three type of flower. One is a terminal flower, another one is a axillary flower, and third one is a cauliflorous flower. So, terminal flowers are arranged from the apical region of the shoot system, and the axillary flower is arranged from the axillary region. So, where is the axillary region? That is between the node and internode region. Okay. So, what about the cauliflorous flowers? That is arranged from the woody branches. The main axis la irundhu flower arranged aachuna, that is called the cauliflorous, especially from the trunk. Okay. So, example, that is a Theobroma coca and that is a Coropita guinensis, example for that. So, based on the branching pattern and other characters, okay, based on the branches, how the branches are arranged, okay, it may be a branched or unbranched. Okay. So, based on the branches, which is classified into so many types. Okay. So, branching and number of arrangement of the flowers and especially their structures. Okay. So, how many branches in either side of the main axis. Okay. If it has a flower in the apex region or terminal region, okay, there is no flower in the terminal region. So, based on the features which is classified into two. So, one is the racemose, another one is here cymose. Okay. Racemose, another one cymose. Racemose means indeterminate, it will be grow, continuously grow. Okay. We don't have a, we cannot see the flower in the, that is here terminal regions. Terminal regions in the flower nama paaka mudiyadhu. That is here example for racemose. Okay. So, that is a continuously grow. So, that is called indeterminate. Okay. So, what about the cymose inflorescence? Here determinate, because in the apical region we can see the flower. Okay. You can see here the racemose have a old flower in the basal region and young flower has a apex region. So, what about in the cymose inflorescence? It just opposite. Okay. So, it has a older flower in the center region, that is a terminal region, and either side we can see that is a young flowers. Okay. So, this is we will see one by one. So, actually based on the branching pattern which is classified into two. So, one is the indeterminate racemose and another one is a determinate is a cymose. So, another one is a mixed inflorescence. Here we can see, so the cymose, racemose are mixed. In the lower branches are cymose, but at the same time the upper branches are, that is a racemose in type. There is a indeterminate and determinate patterns are mixing together. That is a mixed inflorescence. And next one is a special inflorescence. Here we cannot see the racemose and cymose manner. There is a special type of the inflorescence. So, we can see the what is the difference between the racemose and cymose inflorescence. Already I said that is here. So, main axis in the racemose, the main axis of unlimited growth, okay, because they do not have a terminal buds. But what about in the cymose, the main axis of having a limited growth, because in the main axis consists of, that is, old flowers are present. Okay. Here the flowers are arranged in the acropectal successions. Okay. Acropectal successions means, so in that lower branches we can see the older flowers, and younger branches we can see the younger flowers. It's a bud is present. Okay. So the flowers are opening from, that is a centripetal in manner. Centripetal in manner means that is here from periphery to the center. Okay. So periphery to the center அப்படிங்கிறது பேஸ்ல இருந்து மேல ஓபன் ஆகுது. That is a basic periphery to the center. Okay வா. First அடியில இருக்கக்கூடிய basal flowers வந்து older flowers. So அது first ஓபன் ஆயிரும். So next மேல இருக்கக்கூடிய younger flowers வந்து ஓபன் ஆகும். That is a centripetal arrangement. So what about here? Just opposite to that. Okay. So in the cymose manner, the flowers are arranged in the basipetal successions. Okay. Basipetal succession என்ன அர்த்தம்? So older flowers in the center, okay, in the apical region. In the laterally we can see the young flowers. Okay. So here opening of the flowers centrifugal manner. Centrifugal manner அப்படிங்கிறது center to margin. Okay, this is here center to margin. So this is a circle. Okay. So this is here older flower. Okay, the older flowers are opening first, then followed by the young flowers. This is here older flower. Okay, so this is here young flowers. So this is here. This is here older flower. Okay, first the older flowers are first opening, then followed by, that is a young flowers are opening. Okay, from the center to, that is a margin, or center to periphery. So that is called a centrifugal manner. Okay, that is called the opening of the flowers are centrifugal manner. Okay, we can see in the jasmine flowers la center la first open agum, adukapram either side la vandu buds irukum. Okay va. So that is a centrifugal manner, and this is a centripetal manner. Centripetal manner means from the periphery we will consider. So this is here periphery. Okay. So this is your younger flower. Here the younger flowers are there. Okay. In the periphery region the older flowers are present. Okay. So that is opening from periphery to the center. That is opening from periphery to the center. Okay. So that is a center to periphery. This is a periphery to the center. Okay. So it's look like that. Actually in the racemose manner the flowers are arranged like that. This is your older flowers. Okay. This is here older flowers, the younger flowers in the apex region. Younger flowers are present in apex region. So how it is opening? The older flowers are first opening, then followed by, so younger flowers are opening. This is here periphery to the center, that is center to the periphery. Okay. The terms are very, very important. So what is a centripetal? What is a centrifugal manner? So what about here? There is a acropetal and basipetal arrangement. Okay. So acropetal arrangement means young flowers in the apexal region, the older flowers in the basal region. So what about the basipetal in region? Basipetal arrangement, that is here older flowers in the center, so younger flowers on either side. Okay, wow. So that is a acropetal arrangement, basipetal arrangement. This is a centripetal arrangement and centrifugal arrangement. Okay. So usually the oldest flowers at the base of the inflorescence, already we studied. So here usually the older flowers are in top of the inflorescence. It's a center, that center நம்ம சொல்றோம். இது top அப்படினு நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? So first top of the வந்து older flowers. Jasmine நீங்க ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா it is very, very, very easy. Okay. So once again you can see what are the difference between racemose and cymose. The first one is a unlimited growth because they don't have a, that is a young flower, do not have a flowers in the terminal region. So, in the Racemose the main axis are limited growth, okay, because they have a terminal flower is there, okay. So, this is a acropetal succession, this is a basipetal successions. So, opening of the flowers is a centripetal manner, here the opening of the flowers are centrifugal manner, okay. So, here usually the older flowers on the basal region, but here the older flowers in the top region, okay. So, first we will see the racemose, already we studied the difference between, so you can easily understand this one. The central axis of the inflorescence or peduncle, okay. So, what is the name of the branches? The name of the branches is here peduncle, this is called, so this is here peduncle, this region is called peduncle. If it has a so many peduncle, that is considered as a rachis, okay, that is called a rachis, okay. So, the central axis of the inflorescence, that is a peduncle, possess here a terminal bud, okay. So, which is capable of, that is here terminal bud which is capable of growing continuously and produce the lateral flowers are called racemose, okay. So, inga vandu terminal bud appadinu solradhu the terminal regions, it is continuously produced, okay va. So, on the lateral branches da irukum. So, terminal la bud irukadu, terminal, if it has a terminal bud the growth will be stopped, okay. So, that is a peduncle possess here, that is a continuous growth for that, okay. So, here the older flowers at the base, already we studied the older flowers at the base, the younger flowers are present in the apex region, okay. It is again divided into 3 types based on the growth of the pattern of main axis, which is divided into 3 types. So, what is the racemose, what is the characters of the racemose, already we studied, that is here, that is older flowers in the basal region, younger flowers in the, that is here upper region, the terminal regions, okay. It is continuously growth, that is unlimited growth. Next, the types of the racemose, okay. So, the racemose are divided into based on that the branching, okay. The main axis or elongated, okay. Main axis elongated na mela irukkudiya the main axis valanditte irukum, that is elongated, okay. So, based on that which is classified into simple raceme, spike, catkin, spikelet, Spadix and Panicle, okay. And what about main axis is a shortened, main axis not grow, that is a shortened in conditions, that is a corymb and umbel. The corymb is again divided into 2, so one is a simple corymb, another one is a compound corymb, okay. So, umbel is also divided into 2, one is a simple umbel and another one is a compound umbel, okay. Next, the main axis are flattened or globose in condition. Flattened na tattaya irukum, na globose na konjam mela vandu or spherical shape la irukum. That is here globose in condition, that is a head, okay. We will see one by one. This is a flow chart of the racemose, very, very important for the 3-mark question. So, racemose are classified into 3. So, based on the branching pattern, so main axis elongated, main axis shortened and main axis that is a flattened. So, main axis elongated, it has here, so 6 types nearly, that is a simple raceme, spike, catkin, spikelet, spadix and panicle, okay. So, main axis shortened, that is a corymb, umbel, and main axis is a flattened, that is a head inflorescence, okay. Each and every one is a simple raceme inflorescence, spike inflorescence, catkin inflorescence, spikelet, spadix, panicle, okay. If it has a single one, that is a simple type, okay. If it has a many branches, that is called a compound type, okay. So, main axis elongated, okay. The axis of the inflorescence should be elongated, okay. It contains the what is the main features of that? They have a pedicels, okay. What is the pedicel? The stalk of the flower is called pedicel. What is a petiole? The stalk of the leaf is called petiole, okay. So, it is a pedicellate flowers. If it has a pedicel, that is called pedicellate flowers. If there is no pedicel, that is known as a sessile flowers, okay. When there is no pedicel, they directly attached on the, that is the main branches without the stalk. So, that is called the sessile flowers, okay. So, the following types we will discuss. So, first one is here simple raceme, okay. Simple raceme, definitely they have only one main axis or there, okay. So, the main axis bears only one, it has here only one main axis is present, it has a pedicellate, this is called a pedicellate. So, this is your pedicel. Okay, this is your pedicel, the stalk of the flower. This is your flower, the stalk of the flower is your pedicel. So, it is your pedicellate flowers. Okay, if there is no pedicel, if it is directly attached to the stem. So, இது வந்து stem, இது வந்து pedicel direct attached ஆயினா அதுக்கு பேரு sessile. Without pedicel, that is called a sessile in conditions. Okay. So, that is the main axis bears the pedicellate, it is unlimited growth, the main axis are elongated. Okay. Already we said that is a acropectal successions. Acropectal successions means that is your older flowers opening first. Okay. So, the basal region has a older flowers and that younger flowers in the tip regions. Okay. So, that is your characters of simple raceme. Okay. The first point is that is your unbranched, main axis are elongated, it has a pedicellate flower and this is your acropectal successions. So, example for that is a crotalaria and retusa, another one is a mustard. Okay. So, with the help of the diagram we can easily explain. So, what about in the compound raceme, simple raceme? So, this is a simple raceme. So, what about in the compound raceme? We can see the compound raceme. So many branches of simple raceme on the main axis are considered as a compound raceme. Okay. So, this is a main one. So, this is a main axis. This is a main axis. It has here so many branches of raceme. Okay. அப்ப நிறைய racemes வந்து ஒரு main axis ல இருந்தா அதுக்கு பேர் அந்த compound raceme. Okay. So, how can we draw here? This is a older flower. Okay. Then gradually we can reduce the size of the flowers. Okay. So, this is here younger flowers. So, older flowers on the basal region, younger flowers on the that is a tip regions. Okay. So, we can see the so many branches of the racemes. Okay. This is called a compound raceme. Okay. So, ஒரே ஒரு main axis இருந்தா simple raceme, நிறைய main axis வந்து ஒரு main branchesல peduncleல இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா that is called a compound raceme. So, another one is a spike. Okay. Spike, we know that characters of spike, okay, hair style spike மாதிரி வச்சிருப்பாங்க பசங்க. So, spike is an unbranched. Okay வா. So, spike உங்க வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு? This is a unbranched in condition, but only one change is there. Okay, what is the changes is here? That is here sessile flowers are present. Okay, sessile means they don't have any pedicels. இங்க ஏதாவது pedicels இருக்குதா? இல்ல. டைரக்ட்டா அது அட்டாச்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. So, that is here sessile flowers. Okay, so that one is here racemes are pedicellate, this is here sessile. Okay. So, the inflorescence with the unbranched main axis bears the pedicellate flowers, that is a acropectal in conditions. What is the acropectal? So, the older flowers in the basal region and younger flowers in the that is here tip regions. Okay, that is the same characters, only one different is there, that is a pedicellate flowers, sorry, that is your pedicellate flowers and this is your sessile flowers. Okay, that is a simple raceme, sorry, this is a spike. Okay. So, sessile, that one is a pedicellate. So, next one is a spikelet. Okay, spikelet is a very important inflorescence. This is we can see in the structure of the rice. Paddyல வந்து paddyயோட inflorescenceல அந்த character வந்து பார்க்கலாம். So, this is a simple spike. Okay, simple spike அப்படிங்கிறது it is here. So, without branches, we cannot see the any branches, but compound spike அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது we can see the branched central axis. Okay, so each branch is here spikelet. ஒரு branchையும் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்னா this is a spikelet. That is arrangement is called spikelet. Okay, so what are the characters are present there அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது a pair of inflorescence. So, what are the characters are there? Actually, this is a glooms. Okay, first we have to know what are the parts in the spikelet. Glooms, another one is a pallia, next one is a rachilla and lodicules, lemma, and this is a spikelet. Okay, so spikelet means that is your branches, actually it has your branches are present there. So, it consists of your bracts. Okay. So, the bracts, main bracts இருக்குல்லையா அதுதான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னா glooms அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். So, each flower consists of your bract is considered as here, that is a pallia. The main axis are called that is a rachilla and that it consists of your lodicules and inner regions, the bracts, the main bracts are called the glums. Main bracts க்கு வந்து என்ன பேரு அப்படினா glums. This is your glooms. Okay, main இதுக்கு வந்து இந்த main bractக்கு வந்து glooms. So ஒரு flowerல கீழ இருக்கக்கூடியதுக்கு பேரு வந்து that is a pallia. That's a main axis called that's a rachilla. Okay, so on the inside the flowers we can see that some structure that is here lodicules. Okay, and upper flowerல இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த bractக்கு பேரு வந்து என்ன பேரு அப்படினா lemma. That is called lemma. Okay, next one. So we will see the compound spikelet abdina. This is only one spikelet. If it has so many branches like that in the main axis, இதே மாதிரி 4 இருந்துச்சுனா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன சொல்றோம் அப்படினா so compound spikelet அப்படினு சொல்றோம். ஓகேவா? So next one is here Catkin. Okay, so Catkin is example for so that is here Acalypha indica. Okay, so குப்பை மேனி பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா, அதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த இன்ஃப்ளோரசன்ஸ் அப்படியே வால் மாதிரி கேட்டோட வால் மாதிரி தொங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கும். That is a Catkin inflorescence. Okay, that's a pendulous. Pendulusனா அப்படி தொங்குது இல்லையா, அதான் pendulous spikes. So with a long and drooping axis. Okay, நிறைய வந்து so axis இருக்கும், அந்த axisல வந்து long axis அப்படி வந்து pendulum மாதிரி தொங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய axis. It has a unisexual or bisexual flowers. The most of the Catkin type of inflorescence we can see in the Euphorbiaceae family. Okay, Euphorbiaceae ங்கிற family குள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா flowers எல்லா ஸ்பீஷிஸ்லயும் நம்ம அந்த Catkin type வந்து பார்க்க முடியும். That is a unisexual or bisexual flowers. Sometimes mostly unisexual flowers are there. Okay, it is also called a ament. இந்த Catkin க்கு என்ன பேர் அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா ament அப்படினு ஒரு நேம் உண்டு. Okay, so example Acalypha hispida. Okay, Acalypha hispida and Prosopis juliflora. Okay, Prosopis juliflora. So what is the main character of the Catkin அப்படினா the inflorescence are that is here pendulum like structure and unisexual or the bisexual flowers are present there. So next one is here Spadix. Okay, Spadix, here the inflorescence are very fleshy and thickened. Okay, the central axis that possess here so many unisexual flowers. Unisexual mainly sessile flowers. What is a sessile? That is here without pedicel, directly attached to the branches. That is a sessile flowers are present. So that is also in the acropetal successions. Acropetal successions means that is here older flowers in the basal region, that is a young flowers in the upper region, similar to the racemes. Racemose la பார்த்தோம் அதே டைப் தான் இருக்கும். ஆனா Spadix ஓட மெயின் கேரக்டர் வந்து அந்த இன்ஃப்ளோரசன்ஸ் வந்து நல்லா வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், ஃப்ளஷியா இருக்கும். It is very fleshy. They have to store the some food materials. Okay, that's a fleshy in conditions. The Spadix is also classified into two. One is a simple Spadix, another one is a compound Spadix. So what is a simple Spadix? Usually female flowers are found towards the basal regions. Okay, already I said it may be a unisexual or the bisexual flower. So what is the meaning of the unisexual? Only male or female flowers are present, that is a unisexual flower. If it has here both male and female sex and androecium and gynoeciums are present in the region, so that is considered as here bisexual flowers. Okay, so unisexual flowers especially, that is here female flowers found in the towards the basal region, that is acropectal in conditions இல்லையா. ஸோ இப்போ இதில் வந்து older flowers இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா that is a acropectal அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். இங்கே என்ன இருக்குன்னா basal regionsல that is a female flowers are present. Okay, and male flowers in the apex region. Male flowers வந்து எங்கே இருக்குமா, ஸோ apex region. அப்போ இதில் என்ன எடுத்துக்கலாம், இது வந்து என்னது female flowers and this is your male flowers. Okay, so towards the base la vandu female flowers, mele vandu enna irukku, that is your male flowers. The entire inflorescence are covered by a brightly colored hot bracket is called the spathe. Okay, so we can see the spathe in the coconut, that's a woody spathe. Okay, but same spathe we can see in the banana. Okay, banana flower சுத்தி ஒரு spathe இருக்கும் பாத்தீங்களா, so அதுவும் வந்து என்னதுன்னா Spadix type தான். In the banana flower we can see the so three type of the flowers are arranged in the banana flower. Okay, that inflorescence. Okay, so in the inflorescence consists of three type of, that is here staminate flower, pistillate flower and bisexual. So what is a staminate? That is a male flower. Okay, pistillate flowers mean that is a female flower, and the center we can see the bisexual flowers. A flower consists of the androecium and gynoeciums. Okay, that flowers are covered by a thick and fleshy sheath, so that is called the spathe. Okay, so it is a very fleshy in the Musaceae family. At the same time, it's very woody in nature in the, so that's a Cocos nucifera. Cocos nucifera ங்கிறது என்னது கோகனட்ல வந்து ஒரு பட்டை மாதிரி கீழே விழுது இல்லையா, so that is a spathe, that is a woody spathe. Okay, so the female flowers and towards the basal region, male flowers at the apex region, and the entire inflorescence are covered by a brightly colored, okay, and the brightly colored hard இருக்கலாம் fleshy இருக்கலாம், that is called a spathe. Example, so Amorphophilus and Colocasia are example for that. So this is a simple Spadix. So what about in the compound Spadix? So many simple Spadix are together to forming a compound Spadix. Okay. So another one is a panicle. Okay. A branched raceme is called a panicle. Okay. So what is the raceme condition? So once again you have to recall the racemes. So what is the structure of the raceme? The older flowers in the basal regions, the younger flowers in the, so that is in the tip regions. Okay. So that is the acropectal successions. That is the opening of the flowers வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு acropectal in successions அப்படினு சொல்றோம். ஓகேவா? So அது வந்து simple. So அதே மாதிரி branches நிறைய இருந்துச்சுனா அதுக்கு பேரு panicle. ஓகேவா? So that is called the compound raceme. Already explained the compound raceme when I taught the simple raceme, isn't it? So that is a compound racemes or panicle. Example for Mangifera is a neem. Okay. So it is also called a compound raceme or raceme of racemes. Okay. Raceme மாதிரியே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு raceme. Raceme of racemes அப்படினு சொல்றோம். Okay. அப்ப panicle, when we studied the racemes, we must compare the panicle. Okay. Okay, what is the main characters of the panicle? Panicle is a very shorter and the pedicellate flowers. Okay, so what is the character of Racemose? That is a pedicellate flowers. Okay, already we explained. So pedicellate flowers, long pedicellate in the basal region, short pedicellate in the, that is that's upper regions. Okay, so long pedicellate has a older flower, short pedicellate has a young flowers. The flowers appear at the same level to form a convex or a flat, that is a topped racemose inflorescence. Okay, எப்படி level form பண்ணும்னா, so ஒன்று வந்து இந்த மாதிரி இப்படி convex இப்படி இருக்கலாம். ஓகே, இதே இது வந்து flat மெத்தடில் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, கொஞ்சம் flatல, ஸோ மேலே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஃப்ளார்ஸ் வந்து, அதாவது சென்டரில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஃப்ளார்ஸ் வந்து that is a older ஃப்ளார்ஸாக இருக்கும். ஸோ இதில் எதிர் சைடில் இருக்கக்கூடியது வந்து younger ஃப்ளார்ஸாக அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். So what is the example for the panicle? That's a Casalpinia. So compound, okay. So Casalpinia. Next we will see the compound corymb. Okay, corymb na enna appdin paakalam. So next one is here. Main axis is a shortened. Okay, main axis shortened. So under the category we will see the corymb characters. Okay, main axis shortened. Inflorescence with reduced of the central axis. Okay, main axis shortened அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. But what about இந்த Racemose typeலாம் என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Main axis are elongated. Elongated அப்படி நேர வளர்ந்துட்டே போகும். Main axis are shortened means that is a very short and they have to broad in nature. Okay va? So that is the inflorescence with reduced growth of central axis. There are two types, namely the corymb, another one is a umpel. Simple corymb, compound corymb. Another one is a simple umpel and compound umpel is there. So main axis shortened, the first one is a corymb. Okay, here the inflorescence with the shorter pedicellate flowers at the top and the longer வந்து எங்க இருக்குன்னா pedicellate flowers in the bottom. Okay, you can see here, this is here. So this is a shorter pedicellates, okay, but it has a longer pedicellate. So longer pedicellate, this is a shorter pedicellate. So the inflorescence with the shorter pedicellate flowers at the top. Top la வந்து எங்க இருக்குன்னா shorter pedicelates இருக்கு and the கீழ longer pedicelates present in the bottom. Okay, so all the flowers are appear at a same level. பார்க்கிறதுக்கு வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு, எல்லாம் ஒரே லெவலா flattened இருக்கு பார்க்கிறதுக்கு. Main axis is a shortened. Okay, so that's the same level to form a so convex or வந்து flat topped racemose அப்படினு சொல்றோம். ஓகே, மேலே பார்க்கும்போது ஒரே மாதிரி நம்ம கார்டன்லாம் கட் பண்ணி விட்டுருப்பாங்க பாத்தீங்களா, இது குரோட்டன்ஸ் எல்லாம். ஸோ அதே மாதிரி ஒரே மெயின் லெவலில் வந்து ஸோ மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுது. ஓகேவா? ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஏ Casalpinia is எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபார் தட். தட்ஸ் எ corymb type. Okay, under the main axis shortened we can see the corymb type. Okay, so that is a top pedicels are shorter, so that is a basal pedicels are longer. So this is here compound corymb. Okay, compound corymb we can see the each and every branches are a, that's a simple corymb. The simple corymbs are together to forming a compound corymb. So this is look like here, that is a convex in shape. Okay, wow. So this is your main rachis. From the main rachis, each and every rachis are a simple corymb. Okay. So this is here also the same thing, that is a main rachis. In the main rachis in the basal regions are very long. The main axis in the topper, it is a very short. Okay, they have to maintain a shape. So next one is a umpel. Okay, so in the umpel it is a branched umpel. So each and every one is a smaller unit is called the ampullale. Okay, that is considered as a ampullale type. Okay. So okay children, today we studied, that is your type of the racemes, okay, type of the inflorescence. So one is the racemose, another one is the cymose, but we studied only the racemose type. The main axis elongated we completed. So the main axis shortened we will take once again in the next sessions. Okay. So thank you so much for your nice cooperations with us. If you have any doubt, please you have to ask in the end of the classes. Okay. We have a doubt clarification sessions, you can raise your questions. Okay. Keep on watching our video, give your support and share the videos. Okay. Thank you children.